In the middle there, you have number 30, Nick Frisbee, number 35, Hank Hager. Back deep for the Rockets. Doing the kicking tonight is Cottle. I believe we're getting ready to get started. We have the whistle. We're ready to get action underway. Squib kick. And Frisbee going to take it on about the 30, 25. Frisbee coming up the middle. Breaks one tackle. Goes to his right. Gets met pretty hard by number 20 of the Vikings. Where the Rockets going to take over on their own 37-yard line. So 1st and 10 Rockets, Bob. Not a bad return that time by Nick Frisbee.
Anytime you can get out to about the 40, you're in great field position. Matt Phillips brings him out here with 11:55 to go in the first quarter.
Vikings stand away from the deep threat return guys of the Rockets. Vikings do have some players they are playing both ways. Versus the Rockets, Rockets have nobody playing both ways. Phillips breaks huddle for the Rockets. In the backfield, you have 24 Matt Hatton and number 4 Chris Hutchison. Kendrick at wing back. Handoff goes to Hutch over the left side. Nothing doing much there. Going to pick up maybe 1 on the carry. Give him a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 for the Rockets. Ball on their 41-yard line. 11:39 to go in the first quarter, Bob. Rockets look to get up quick here.
Vikings committing 9 players in the box to stop this run.
Phillips takes the snap, hands off to Hutch, same play, turns it up, he's got some running room. Hutchison rounding in, 1st down Rockets, takes the ball all the way down to the Rocket 44-yard line.
Once again, a great kick-out block by Hatton. Hatton let the guy take his own way. Hutchison doing something here in the 10th game that he wasn't doing in the 2nd and 3rd, and that's reading that block.
Hutchison doing a nice job getting outside the block, takes it down to the Viking 44-yard line. Rockets on the move here early. Phillips under center. Kendrick at wing back left. Takes the snap, hands off the Hatton up the middle. Stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot doing there. Gain maybe of 1 on the play. With 11:07 to go in the first quarter. No score. Rockets on the first possession here, Bob.
Nose guard doing a great job mucking things up in the middle, but good linebacking play from the Vikings on the inside. Looks like 2nd and 9, 10:54 to go. The ball at the Viking 43 and 2nd and 9.
Rockets some success getting outside. Phillips under center. Takes a snap, options to Hatton around the left side, turns it up. Gain of about 3 on the play. Going to make it about 3rd down and about 6, Bob, it appears from up here.
Looks like the cornerback's doing a little better job. J.D. Oosley and Cottle doing a better job of reading that now. They're not committing to the inside as quickly as they were. Once again, a nice block on that time by Chris Hutchison.
3rd down and 6 for the Rockets. Ball on the Viking 40-yard line. Phillips takes the snap, hands around to Hutchison. Has some room over the right side. He can take it all the way. Down the right side, Hutchison goes down to about the 1-yard line. What a run that time by the sophomore, Bob, number 4, Chris Hutchison.
What a great kick-out block by Lee Lambert. Lee shut the inside down. Matt Hatton kicks out on the cornerback, and Chris Hutchison showing us speed we haven't seen in a while. In the ballgame for the Rockets, once again, is the big tank backfield. Hank Hager and Lee Lambert coming in. Look for Mr. Hatton to carry it on the right side, right over there behind.
We have a timeout on the field. Vikings want to talk about this one. We're going to do the same with 10:10 to go in the first quarter. Rockets on the move. We're going to send it back to the station for a 30-second back. Rocket fans, with 10:10 to go in the first quarter. Rockets on the move, Bob. Chris Hutchison picking up 2 carries tonight for very good yardage.
About a 33-yard gallop, and just all Hutchison, but give the safety, Marty Daft, a lot of credit. He saved a touchdown.
Phillips takes the handoff, hands off the Hatton up the middle, gain of about 2 on the play. Gets down to about the 2-yard line of the Vikings. Ball on the 2-yard line. 9:55 to go in the first quarter. Rockets on the move here, Bob.
Well, do you stay with Hatton, or do you fake in there and let Mr. Phillips gut it up behind Harry Turner?
I don't think the Rockets going to be able to do a lot up the middle on the Vikings tonight. Phillips under center. Handoff over the Hatton over the left side. Nothing doing there. Vikings stuffing that one pretty quick. We pretty much anticipated that tonight. Vikings are going to do everything that they can tonight to shut down Matt Hatton up the middle. So the Rockets early on going to have to go to another resource, and may have found that early here tonight.
Calling it 3rd and 1 at the 1, so we're in 2-down territory.
Rockets break huddle on the Viking 1-yard line. Phillips. We have a flag on the play. Rockets jump. That's going to push them back 5. Going to make it 3rd down and goal to go for the Rockets. Put the ball, Bob, on the 6. And again, we talked early about penalties. Rockets can't have them tonight to win here.
Well, give the crowd a lot of credit for that. Is the Rockets, Phillips steps out to talk to his players, and one of the linemen thought the play had started and come up.
3rd down and 6. Rockets on the 6 of the Vikings. Phillips takes the snap, drops back 3 steps, throws out the flats, has a man. Touchdown, Rockets! Rockets score. 9:05 to go in the first quarter, Bob. Rockets go to the air real quick and catch the Vikings napping.
Well, I tell you what better guy to catch that? You bring Kendrick in. They sort of have to freeze. It freezes the corners. Kendrick runs a nice little out and give Matt Phillips, I've wanted to say this all year, give him a lot of credit. Floats that ball perfectly, but he had Chad Kuna open across the middle, too.
We have the official telling the folks we've got standing room only here tonight. Official telling the fans standing at the south end of the field, back it up, guys. Maybe some pleasantries being directed toward the Rockets, no doubt. 9:05 to go in the first quarter. Rockets strike first, 6-0, as we get ready to attempt the extra point. John Wayne Fortner on to do the extra point duties. Bad snap, kicks down, up, anyway, good. With 9:05 to go in the first quarter, Rockets strike first early, 7-0. We're going to send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout. Welcome back, Rocket fans, to Marvin Kennedy Field here in MacArthur, Ohio, where the Rockets open up on the first drive, march it 60 yards for a touchdown. 9:05 to go in the first quarter. Rockets on top, 7-0 over the Vikings. John Wayne Fortner to kick it off for the Rockets. Back deep for the Vikings. Nice end-over-end kick. Going to be taken by Cotto, I believe, on about the 25. Goes over the left side, picks his hole, turns it. He's got one man to beat. Brings it all the way out to midfield, but we have 2 flags on the play. Again, a dangerous return man, Bob. Cotto, when he touches the ball, he has good speed, good hands, and can do about anything for the Vikings.
Well, the Vikings with a planned return left on the play, but it's going to be a clip. And quite honestly, it was a kind of a clip that you don't want to see because it's away from the play. But nonetheless, it's going to negate a great run by Ryan Cottle, who just really did a super job. He brings it back almost 30 yards out to about the 47, but it's going to go back all the way probably inside the 20.
What an athlete. We're talking about number 10, a junior only for the Vikings, Ryan Cottle. Good speed and good hands. Look for Hayden to match up with him tonight against our sophomore defensive back, 26, Brennan, as well as Nick Frisbee, number 30 for the Rockets. Talking about some things here on the far sideline. Not sure exactly what's going on, but momentum definitely in the Rockets' favor so far. We're going to see, Bob, here where the officials mark this at.
It's going to come back. It's going to come back all the way probably to around the 20 because there's 2 of them there. And the first one, I think, is even closer. So give Cottle a lot of credit, but maybe if you get a clip and you can break it loose that way, that sort of helps too.
Well, Rockets need to have a great defensive stand right off the bat. You never want to count the Vikings out, folks, because they have hung around a lot of teams all year. They're a slow-starting first-half team, but the second half is when they really kick it in. Hayden under center for the Vikings. At fullback, you have 32 Todd Braden and 27 J.D. Ousley. Hayden under center for the Vikings. We have a flag on the play. Looks like it could be against the Rockets. Kyle Stewart possibly jumped off sides. So a 15-yard penalty before we even get things started here. Rockets tagged real quick with 2 penalties, Bob.
Well, looks like our defensive end lined up in the neutral zone. It's going to give them 1st and 5 all the way out now to the 25.
Defensively for the Rockets, left defensive end, number 90, Kyle Stewart. At left tackle, 42, Kyle Stewart. Nose tackle, Morgan Stevens. Hayden under center for the Vikings. Takes a snap. Going to come to Ousley, smashed in the backfield. He's going to be dropped for a loss. I tell you what, Bob, again, I'm very impressed with the ball fakes of the Vikings, something that we're used to seeing, but they just hide the ball so well.
Well, I think the Rockets defends that by having everybody, each defender has a man to tackle, and that's what they're doing. But they like the matchup they got with Cottle on Nayland Arthur right now.
Hayden under center. Long count. Takes a snap. Throws out to the flat to Cottle. Goes up in the air, makes the catch. He's done some dancing out there. Going to pick up the first down. I tell you what, Cottle is what an athlete. Just went up in the air and brought that one down, Bob. I wouldn't say that was particularly a good pass, but Cottle, being the athlete that he is, went up and grabbed it and brought it down.
Nice timing pattern from Hayden to Cottle. First down all the way up to about the Rocket 40-yard line.
Vikings going to the air quick, pick up a first down, bring it all the way out to their 40-yard line. 8:10 to go in the first quarter. Rockets on top, 7-0. Hayden under center. Takes the snap, hands off to his fullback up the middle. No, that's number 3. Not sure who that ball carrier was for the Vikings. Claire on the carry for the Vikings. Gain of about 3 on the carry. Call second down and 7, Bob.
Well, the big first down pass has really energized the Vikings now.
This could be a high-scoring game tonight. Hopefully the Rockets can come out on top. 7:39 to go in the first quarter. Rockets leading 7-0. Hayden under center for the Vikings. Takes a snap. Hands off to the first back through. Gain of about 2 on the play. Again, Claire the carry for the Vikings. There looks like they're possibly setting up something for Todd Braden. Again, Braden playing with an injured foot tonight.
Well, that's right, and they're running against away from Dusty Rhodes and Joe Ziegler now.
Vikings break huddle. Rockets definitely a little larger than the Vikings up front. Third down and 3 for the Vikings. Ball on their own 47-yard line. Hayden takes the snap, hands off to Braden around the right side, puts his shoulder down, going to pick up the first down, brings it out over the 50-yard line. Again, Braden being the workhorse. Nice workhorse for the Vikings tonight.
Nice job of the Vikings' defensive left side of the offensive line as they sort of sealed it off, and Braden with brute force picks up the last 2 and picks up the first down.
Vikings now on the move. They bring the ball all the way out to the Rocket 49-yard line. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. If you just joined us, Rockets strike early on top of the Vikings 7-0. Hayden under center. Takes a snap. Hands off to Braden over the left side. Going to gain about 5 or 6 on the carry. They're working on the left side of the line, or the right side of the defensive line of the Rockets, where Derek Wallace had to come up and make the stop.
Well, what they're doing, they're putting the split in out, which takes the cornerback off the ball, and they're getting 2 rushers out there, and they're sort of overwhelming our defensive end. But we'll make some adjustments.
Cottle coming wide right. 6:09 to go in the first quarter. Look for the ball probably to go to Cottle here, maybe go to the end zone. Takes the snap. Hands off to Ousley. Breaks 1 tackle, but stopped at the line of scrimmage by Dusty Rhodes. But Ousley falls forward for the first down for the Vikings. Takes it down to the Rocket 36-yard line, 37-yard line, Bob.
What a nice effort by J.D. Ousley as he was hit at the line of scrimmage and managed to spin around and pick up 3.
So the Vikings on the move. Second down and 1. Ball on the Rocket 39 with 5:54 to go in the first quarter. Coach is calling for a measurement. I believe that's what they're going to do. First down, Vikings. They're going to go ahead and give him the first down with 5:54 to go in the first quarter. Rockets lead 7-0, but the Vikings on the move. Ball on the Rocket 39-yard line. Hayden under center for the Vikings. Takes a snap. Hands off the first back through and smashed right at the line of scrimmage. Going nowhere that time. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, number 63, or man, Morgan Stevens.
Morgan Fairchild Stevens, and he does a great job. He plays awful pretty out there.
Gain of 1 on the play. 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Clock running in the Rocket favor. Second down and 9 for the Vikings. Ball on the Rocket still. Well, they're going to give it to 38. They're going to the full house backfield. Braden Ousley and Claire. Hayden takes the snap. Hands off to Ousley over the left side. Who other than the big man? 2 guys, 78 Joe Ziegler and 56 Dusty Rhodes.
We're not talking about the wrestler out there. We're talking about the football player. Dusty Rhodes does a great job filling back in. Braden really thought he was doing a good thing because he thought he could cut it back in, but the pursuit just eat him up.
Look for the ball to go to Cottle here. 3rd down and 9. Ball on the Rocket 38-yard line. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Cottle wide left. Look for Hayden to try to match him up. On the far side, you have Nayland Arthur matching up with him on defense. Going to come with the option. Hayden's going to keep it. Oh, and he's hit by a whole host of Rockets. Gain about 1 on the play. Dusty Rhodes, Jeremy Hill, Sean Brennan, Derek Wallace, all of them say, how do you do?
Mr. Hayden does a great job, though, on the ball fake as the Rockets bit. Derek Wallace missed him or probably had a big loss in the backfield, but nice play. But Jeremy Hill, as the flow comes right down.
Well, punting situation, if I was the coach, I'd probably go for it here. Look for the punt, or look for the fake punt here by the Vikings. Ball on the Rocket 34 with 3:57 to go in the first quarter. Ousley doing the punching. Look at the formation here. Snap, Ousley punt. He's going to pooch punt it to the far side of the field. Going to roll in the end zone, I hope. Get in there. It sure does. Takes a Rocket bounce. Goes in the end zone, Bob. We're going to send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout. Phillips under center takes a snap. It goes to Kendrick. Tries to dance through. Gains. He can go all the way. He breaks 1 tackle. 1 man to beat. He's down the far side. He's going 80 yards for the score. Touchdown number 20, Matt Kendrick. 1 play, 80 yards, Bob. Tell us about it.
That's why he's a 1,000-yard rusher. Once again, that little counter tray coming back to Kendrick. Initially stopped, hemmed in. Kendrick wisely stutter steps, cuts it back inside, and breaks it. Matt Phillips once again with a big block.
Matt Phillips, your senior, with a major block. Spring Matt Kendrick 80 yards south down the field to put the Rockets on top of the Vikings here in the first quarter. 13-0 with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Rockets on top. Snap. Kick. Good. Rockets 14. Vikings 0. We're going to send it back to the station for a 60-second timeout. We're ready to get action underway again. John Wayne Fortner doing the kicking. Squib kick. Going to be touched. Fumble on the play. Goes out of bounds on the 34-yard line of the Vikings. Bob, I guess I would have to say I'm surprised so far here tonight in the first quarter. Rockets running a few plays and scoring quick against the Vikings.
Once again, though, they're the type of offense, when you get the ball in Kendrick's hand, good things are going to happen. And he just made that. He did that. Great blocking on the right side, but Kendrick wisely watching these blockers cut it in, then back out, goes 80 yards. Big play for the Rockets.
Ready to get it underway. Single eye backfield. Look for the pass here. You have Braden at fullback. He's the only one back there. Hayden didn't like what he saw. He took a timeout. That's their second timeout. Let's keep it right here, Bob. We've been back and forth here. Maybe give Steve a little chance to catch his breath back at the station as well. Let's talk about some of the things here the Rockets have been able to accomplish here early in the first quarter.
Well, I'd like to single a couple of players out. Hank Hager and Matt Sowers on the kickoff teams have just went down and really done a super job, putting some big pops on. And then our good friend, Jake Brown, did a great job as they tried to snake somebody in on the inside. And Jake slides down and made a big block for the Rockets. So when your special teams are playing well and the offense isn't doing silly things, you know the defense is going to be there all night anyway. So right now, Rockets up 14, but right now they cannot relax. They have to keep that momentum up. Branch Ousley in the ball game. Say hello to his great-grandma Station.
Hayden under center. Puts a man in motion to the left. Brings him over. Look for 2 guys in motion. Going to pitch it to Braden. Tries to get outside. Comes up Frisbee. He gets the corner. Going to gain little yardage there. I'll tell you what. Seen more guys in motion that time. Bob looked like an airplane propeller out there. Just everybody moving.
We'll say one thing about Frisbee. Not unlike a dog that grabbed a hold of a tire on a car. Frizzy comes in, makes a nice pop, but Braden, a strong kid, shakes it off. But Derek Freelick Wallace comes up and does what he does so well and forces the play. 2nd and 4, the ball at the Viking 39, 3:20 to go. Rockets lead it 14-0.
3:20 to go in the first quarter. Hayden under center, going to run the same play, looks like the other way. That man gets set, brings Usley back to motion this way, coming with Braden back to this side. Stays on his feet somehow. Branch Usley, Bob, had great penetration, but unable to bring Braden down because of his strength.
Easy for you to say about that penetration, but I'll tell you one thing. He ran by, and Branch, I think, a little surprised he got back there that quickly, and it looks like they were doing brush blocking, trying to slip those tackles out and break something wide. Branch did what he did and forced it in, but once again, Braden, what a runner. He recovers and picks up. Nice game.
Braden again at fullback. Hayden under center. Brings a guy in motion to the left. Trying to draw the Rockets off sides. Same play, fake, passing down the middle, throw over the middle. Almost picked off by the Rockets. Intended receiver that time again. The only guy we've seen so far tonight, number 10, Mr. Cottle.
Ryan Cottle runs a nice route, but give a lot of credit to the Rockets' right side of that defensive line. Ben Heiser with a big rush might have forced Tatum to get it up a little quicker, and I think if Brennan would have been reading ball, he might have a chance to get a big interception.
Rockets on top of their game so far here tonight, and I can see how the Vikings are doing so well this season. Usley's punt, end over end punt down the left side of the field. Going to go out of bounds on the far side of the field. Looks like a roll dead about the 25-yard line of the Rockets. We're going to keep it right here and talk a little bit more about this, Bob. Rockets defense, again, comes up with a nice defensive stand by being able to shut down the Viking offense.
And did a nice job recovering. The Vikings starting with the tight end, setting him, bringing back, and put him on the same side as the split end, which really unbalances the line, and trying to run out of that. But the Rockets responding with the linebackers taking a gap and moving everybody out one. We've read it pretty well. Rockets have it 1st and 10 at their own 30 with 2:30 to go.
Phillips takes a snap, hands off the hat and up the middle. Gain of about 6 on the carry. One notable injury for the Rockets on the sideline, number 54, Jeremy Hill.
Well, they've been working on him every other play. Looks like he got his nose, a cut across his nose, and the trainer's just trying to get the bleeding stopped and putting a Band-Aid on it every time. But you won't let a little cut keep Jeremy Hill out of the ballgame.
2nd down 4 for the Rockets. 2:07 to go in the first quarter. Kendrick with the carry around the left side. Breaks one tackle. He's got one man to beat, but does not do it. Brought down by number 5, Matt Hayden, the quarterback of the Vikings, but not after a 15-yard gain again there by Kendrick.
Well, I tell you what, he zigged when he maybe should have zagged. I think if he'd have just poured on the coals, I think he could have probably beat Hayden, but we're going to take 15 yards every time we get a great run by Matt Kendrick.
Ball on the Viking 48-yard line. Rockets on the move again. 1:53 to go in the first quarter. Hand off to Hatton up the middle. Breaks one tackle, 2, gain of about 3. Craig Brown with a little bit of extracurricular activity out there with a little shove, but I guess that's all right in a ball game like this.
Well, I think the officials wisely letting everybody just play as long as it's good, healthy hitting. And the Vikings make some changes defensively, heavy up a little bit as they bring some bigger players in. But the Rockets right now, things going their way. With 1:28 to go, they lead at 14-0. 2nd and 7 at the Viking 45.
Phillips puts Kendrick in motion, hands off to Kendrick. Coming back to Arthurs around the right side, tries to get outside. Not a whole lot of room there. Going to lose about a yard on that carry. Play looked good, Bob, but the Vikings sniffed that one out pretty good. Normally we have Kendrick running the same play, but went with Arthurs on that one.
Well, I think the big play there was the fact that the cornerback stayed home for the Vikings. Usually when they've done that, when they've given the ball to Kendrick, he has sort of cleared everybody out. But they did a great job staying home and ran it probably a little deeper than we should have.
3rd down, 8 for the Rockets, 52 seconds to go. Handoff goes to Hutchison, then back to Kendrick. Kendrick stuffed at the line of scrimmage, going to gain maybe 1 on the play. Brings out the punt team. 4th down and 8 for the Rockets. Ball on the Viking 44-yard line. 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rockets on top quick over the Vikings. 14-0. Brings in the punting unit for the Rockets. Derek Wallace been the man all year long in the punting duties for the Rockets. Back deep for the Vikings, number 20. Good snap. Beautiful punt. He crushed it. Going all the way back. Drop dead. Oh, goes into the end zone and bounces back out, but not after a 45-yard punt by Derek Wallace.
Look at the first guy down there to get that. Hank Hager and Matt Phillips, the snapper. Matt almost keeps it inside. What a punt all the way back. We're going to give him, it'll go in the books as a 45-yard punt, but actually a 55-yarder.
He was standing on the 55, or actually the 45 of the Rockets when he booted that one. Brings out the defense, look for the Vikings maybe to strike quick here to Cottle. Cottle wide left, Braden at fullback, Ousley at tailback. 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hayden under center for the Vikings. Takes the snap, goes to the first guy up through, going to gain about 2 on the carry. Going to go to Claire, I guess, on the carry. Into the first quarter. Rockets striking early here, 14-0 over the Vikings. We're going to send it back to the station for a 60-second.
Welcome back to MacArthur, Ohio, everybody. The Rockets on the right side of a 14-0 score. Vinton County has the ball, 2nd and 7 at their own 23. Hayden under center. Bellies it out to Ousley. Ousley's hit, breaks the tackle, stays on his feet, gets all the way out to about the 35-yard line. Rockets had a hand tackle on the guy, but couldn't bring him down. Great second effort by Ousley as he brings it all the way out to the 35 for a 13-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 35. Quite honestly, I didn't think, Bub, we would see Mr. Ousley more than as much as we had.
Well, Braden being hurt, so somebody's going to have to carry the load for the Vikings.
Vikings trying to get the matchup between Cottle and Nayland Arthur. Hayden under center, brings it back, gets it up to the fullback, and Braden, once again, that's Ousley, and we're not seeing Braden coming out of that fullback spot.
Well, he's got an injured right foot, and that's his kicking foot, or what you might say, but just not able to get a lot of mobility off of that foot, so they have to go to Braden. Look for the pass here, even on second down and 8 for the Vikings.
11:19 to go. Rockets lead at 14-0. Vikings break the huddle as they're going to bring it up. They burned 2 timeouts in the first quarter. They bring the split in. That's Cottle out to his left, our right. Hayden comes under center, brings it back. It brings Braden in motion, and Ousley keeps it and gets very close to the first down. And quite honestly, I think he was quarterback in that time, wasn't he, Bub?
They caught the Rockets off guard there. Ousley stepped under center for the snap and just kept it fake reverse there and took it over the right side and gained about 5 on the carry. As
he goes to his right, gets it all the way to about the 44-yard line, and Hayden back in the ball game now. Vikings looking at 3rd and 1, the ball at the 44. 10:30 to go. Rockets lead it 14-0. Hayden under center, brings it up, keeps it to Ousley. Ousley breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, up to the 45, 50, down to the Rocket 48-yard line. 1st and 10, a pickup of about 11 on the play, Bub.
Well, you have a 1,000-yard rusher as a freshman carrying the ball for the Vikings right now. He's a senior now, but he's a 1,000-yard rusher as a freshman and back in at tailback this year.
1st and 10 for the Vikings, 10:14 to go. They have the ball at the Rocket 48 with a 1st and 10. We're surprised, I think, taking us off balance here a little bit with Ousley carrying the ball as much. Comes right back to number 3, and
man, they're moving the ball right up the middle of us.
Coming right up the gut against the Rockets is Claire was the ball carrier pickup of about 4, maybe 5 on the play. And Bub, they're not doing anything fancy, just really smash mouth up the middle.
Well, doing the same thing Alexander done to us last week on just a couple series, bringing it right up the gut on us.
Rockets defensive folks will have to make some adjustments. 2nd and 6, the ball at the Rocket 44. Comes right back to Ousley. Ousley breaks 2 tackles, gets all the way inside the Rocket 40, down to about the 38-yard line. They're going to give him a 1st down, it looks like. Going to call it 1st and 10, the ball at the Rocket 36. And Bub, this is the first drive that we've seen the Vikings really mix it up a little bit.
Well, they're faking to the fullback up the middle, which makes those linebackers stay at home, and then they hand off to Ousley around the end. Our defensive ends need to do a little better job at staying at home and coming up a little bit.
Doing a lot of arm tackling right now. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 9:21 to go. Rockets lead at 14-0. Comes right back to big Braden. Todd's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the play. And I'll tell you what, Todd Braden's a nice-looking athlete.
I tell you what, they've got some real nice-looking athletes out there, just not Todd Braden. They have so many weapons. Rockets doing a great job offensively, and that's the reason why they have the momentum going their way tonight. Need to make another defensive stand right here with the second down and about 3.
Second and long 3, short 4. Hayden under center. Brings Cottle to the right at the split end. He's going to be going against Brennan. Brennan will pick his pocket. No flag there, and quite honestly, that could have been offensive pass interference.
Well, it should have been offensive pass interference, but I tell you what, Sean Brennan, again, was the guy that gave Cottle nightmare last year, came up and actually could have intercepted that ball had he not been knocked down before the ball got there.
Well, I think they call that incidental contact. Got tangled up. 3rd down and 4 for the Vikes. 8:42 to go. Rockets lead at 14-0. Vikings have the ball right now at the Rocket 31. Vikings break huddle. They bring Cottle to the right. Unbalanced line with the tight end coming in. Hayden under center. Long count. Wants to pitch wide to Oosley. Oosley wants to throw, breaks a tackle, and give Oosley a lot of credit as our linebacker just really missed him about a half a step.
Well, to tell you what, the coaches on the far side not real happy about something over there. Going to be close to a first down. Should have a first down from what the officials marked the ball, and signals just that.
1st and 10 for the Vikes. Ball now inside the Rocket 20, down to about the 25. And Rockets doing a lot of hand tackling right now, Bub.
J.D. usually carrying the load for the Vikings.
As they split Cottle to the right, Hayden under center. Long count, comes right back up to Clare. Clare goes down after a gain of maybe 2 on the play. Give that tackle to number 63, Morgan Stevens, with some help from Tank Stewart, and number 54, Jeremy Hill. Early on, Bob, the defensive end's doing a great job of containing, but not making the tackles that we've seen them do through the first 9 games.
Well, we like to see them hit and wrap up, and right now, tell you what, give the credit also to the Vikings backs. They're doing a nice job.
Vikings in that wishbone offense. Hayden comes under center, brings Cottle to his left. Long count, it's going to bring it back to Braden. Braden breaks the tackle, goes inside. Joe Ziegler on the tackle, and a gain of about 4 on the play.
Tell you, the only player that I know that can bring Todd Braden down with one arm, and that guy just done it, was 78 Joe Ziegler.
3rd and 5, the Vikes in, well, they're in that 4-down territory anyway now with the ball inside the 25, almost at the 20. 3rd and 4. Once again, we talk about big plays. With 7:19 to go right now, the Rockets defense has to come up and make a stand. Wishbone in, looks like they're going to go deep to Cottle on this play, but he's going against Brennan. Back to pass. Hayden wants to throw, dumps it short, and almost intercepted again by the Rockets. Dusty Rhodes almost comes up with a big play.
I got to question the play calling right there. The Vikings running the ball with some success on the Rockets around the ends, and then come up with 3rd down and about 4 and pass the ball. They're in running territory, and they could have got it.
Looks like they're going to be in some more of that passing territory. 4th and 4 to go. The ball's at 27:05 to play here in the second quarter. Rockets lead it by the score of 14-0. Rocket fans, I tell you, we brought some people up here tonight. They bring Cottle to the left and bring Oosley up into the slot. They like to throw, look for the run, or maybe the little dump pass back to Clary on the right. To bring Braden in motion, they're going to bring the whole team up. Clary gets a good block and is not going to get it. Is not going to get it. Give that whole right side. That's Zeke Stewart. Number 5, Nayland Arthur, along with Derek Wallace. Big defensive play for the Rockets. Bring them up about 3 yards short.
They shut him down, Bob. 4-down territory. What a hit by Nayland Arthur and Derek Wallace that time.
And give Zeke Stewart a lot of credit as he took on not only the tight end, he ended up getting Oosley in the slot, and Braden leading the play. Rockets a little quicker on defense than I think what the Vikes thought.
Well, the back's done a great job reading the play.
Rockets have it. 1st and 10. Comes back to Hutchison. Hutchison stays on his feet. Gets out up over the 20. Gain of about 2 on the play. Call it 2nd and 8. Long 8, short 7, or short, long 7, short 8, right?
I tell you what, I listened to Coach Blackstone talk about Todd Braden this week. He is the leading tackler for their team by a long shot. Nobody even close to him, and he was the one that made the stop again on that play.
Well, he's got freedom to go wherever he wants to, as they got him listed as the outside linebacker, but he's pretty much the monster man right now. Rockets bring it back up to the gut. Hatton stays on his feet, gets out over the 25. He's going to be about a yard or so short. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Rockets lead at 14-0. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2. The ball at about the 27-yard line.
Well, again, Coach Blackstone, I'll be surprised if he doesn't come straight up the middle here. This is who's going to win the battle of the two teams up front.
You dance with the one that brung you, and that right now has been our buddy Matt Hatton. Split the end to the left. Vikings jump offside. And, you know, once again, what savvy play calling. If I'm scouting Wellston from now, I'm going to say on 3rd down, don't move until you see the ball snap.
Well, we have the advantage, Bob, of being able to see this week after week, but nobody else does. Rockets do a great job of being able to use that cadence to draw them off sides. Great job there again by our senior quarterback, Matt Phillips.
And a call made by our good friend John Linder up here in the box, the brains behind this Rocket offense as he makes things run up here. No relation to the guy that owns Chiquita Bananas, though. Phillips under center. It's going to come back to Kendrick. Kendrick stays in the hole, stays on the feet. He is outside. He's at the 50. He's at the 45, the 40, and knocked out of bounds by J.D. Oosley inside the 25. No, we're going to call it knocked out at the 26-yard line. Once again, Matt Kendrick explodes through the hole.
I tell you what, let's talk a little bit about the linemen for the Rockets there, too. I've seen Reggie Alexander and Brown and all the offensive linemen were downfield helping, picking out some guys to block.
And I'd give a lot of credit there to Chad Kuhn. Rockets have it 1st and 10 at the Viking 26. 5:40 to go. Hutchison, the ball carrier, breaks outside. He turns the corner, knocked out of bounds by Hayden, and looks like Braden.
He punched him.
Well, we couldn't see from here, but Hutchison picks up about 7 on the play. Call it 2nd and a long 4. 5:33 to go now. Ball inside the 20 at about the 19. So we're going to call it a pickup of 7. Hutch picks up 7 big ones. 5:33 to go. Wellston leads it 14-0. Kendrick's in motion, comes right back to Hatton. Hatton breaks a tackle, picks a 1st down, and gets inside.
Ran over Cottle. Matt Hatton just ran over Ryan Cottle on that play.
We're going to see where the spot is. We can't tell from up here. Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 10. 5:24 to go. Sorry, folks, we haven't left you. We're trying to get the placement. Matt Hatton, a great play, and we've talked about him. He squirms and squithers through those holes. Comes right back. Hutchison on his feet, inside the 10, very close to the touchdown. They're not going to give it to him. Inside the 5, inside the 3. They're going to call it dead at the 2. 5 minutes to go. 2nd and goal at the 2. Here comes Hank, the big guy, fullback, Haggard.
Never expected this, Bob, tonight, the way the Rockets are moving the ball with such success.
4:48 to go. Ball 2nd and 2. Comes right back to Hatton. Hatton stuttered and gets all the way to 1. And very close. Inside now. I would say he's right at the goal line. They're going to move it back up and get it all the way. It's just barely touching the goal line. Larry Blackstone getting down there, getting some little bit of stability, letting the guys get a breath. 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go. 3rd and goal, ball inside the 1. Here comes Hatton. Hatton stays on his feet, and he's in. Rockets go up 20-0 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And, Bob, I'm not saying anything about what we're seeing out here. Larry Blackstone said at the beginning of the year, we want to be the best team in the TVC by the end of the year, and they are certainly playing like that right now.
They're not too far from it, Bob, right now. I tell you, what a show. Take your hats off to the Vikings, though. They're doing everything that they can, but the Rockets right now, at this point, a little too much for them.
And John Wayne Fortner makes it 21-0 as the Rockets go up by 3 scores with 4:10 to go.
Let me tell you something, folks. They have a lot of weapons that they can go to. They have some quick, striking touchdown potential with Braden with J.D. Usley, with Ryan Cottle, these guys can put points on the board and quick. So they're not by no means out of the ballgame, even though the Rockets are up 21-0 with 4:10 left to go in the first half.
That's right. We've seen them count it out many, many times, and they come back and do very well. Very well coached ball club, and he's got a bunch of great seniors on this ball club. John Wayne Fortner do the booting and squibs it just right where we want, and that's going to be against the Rockets. That's going to be offsides as it looks like Fortner comes up to kick it off the top and slows down just a little bit, and the Rockets trying to anticipate the kick. We're offside.
Again, I think that's going to be the call, and that's going to push the Rockets back a little bit and give the Vikings good field position if they handle the kickoff properly, but let's see what happens here.
Well, you're not going to see a repeat, I don't think. I don't think Coach Blackstone's going to let him run one back on him, and he takes a look at it.
I tell you what, Bob, though, with Ryan Cottle back there, anything could happen. Him and J.D. Usley, anything could happen when the ball is in Ryan Cottle's hands.
Pittenger on that kicking team, Matt Sowers, Chris Tanner, and on to do the booting is Fortner. Fortner kicks it right to Cottle at about the 25. Return right. Cottle tries to get outside, stays on his feet, gets all the way up, and a big hit. Couldn't get the number on that one.
45.
That's Pittenger.
That's Pittenger.
Pittenger along with number 55, Rob Martin, and then the dust man, Dusty Rhodes, coming off there along with Hank Hager. Rockets doing some great gang tackling, but the Vikings with excellent field position as Cottle gets it out to about the 45-yard line.
Very impressed with the Pittenger boy, Bob. He came in this week, done some practicing at the tight end job because Kuhn was sick through the course of the week, but going to be a great player for us.
Well, here's something we didn't think we'd see this early. The Vikings have trips, and right now they have somebody open. Hayden under center. Wants to go back, gives it back to Braden. Braden goes down, a loss on the play. And I tell you right now, Morgan Fairchild Stevens, the beautiful one in the middle, he plays so pretty.
Well, I tell you what, the Vikings came with trips left with Ryan Cottle and Claire and Usley, all three out to the left, and was going to try to pull Braden away and get him some yardage, but I tell you what, Morgan Stevens done a great job stiffing that one out.
Well, let me tell you this. Frisbee better come over and help out along with Derek Wallace because they're doing it again, and they've got 3 guys, and we've only got 2. Now they bring Jeremy Hill out and slide Wallace over. 2nd and 12, ball at the 43. Going to throw it out to Claire. Claire stays on his feet, gets a good block from Cottle, and gets hit by a bunch of Rockets. On the bottom has been the body Heiser, a gain of about 5 on the play. Nice run by Claire. Big block there by Cottle.
Tell you what, showing good sportsmanship out there right now, too. 63 Morgan Stevens helping Claire up off the bottom of the pile.
Cottle noticeably limping now as he goes wide to the right. 3rd and 5, the ball right at the 50. We have 3 minutes to go. Wellston leads it 21-0. Vikings come right back and go trips to the right. They like to throw to McFerrin on the tight end side. They bring it back, and Claire stays on his feet and draws a host of Rockets as he goes inside. And he did not get the first down. And I'll tell you what, right now we're seeing white jerseys just hit anything that's burgundy.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen the Rockets play defense only one time like this year, and that was against the Oak Hill Oaks. Came up here to Vinton County tonight and making a great defensive stand. 4th down and 4.
Vikings on to do the booting. He has J.D. Usley, and he can run out of it. Back to snap. Usley pooches it out. Nice kick. And the Rockets are just going to let it go, and it's going to get a great Viking boot all the way inside the 10, and it's going to die at about the 3-yard line. Great punt by Usley, a little poocher that just bounces, but Coach Blackstone wisely telling the Rockets to get away from it.
I tell you what, seeing some other things going on down there right now, we don't like to see happen, but anyway, Rockets offense is going to take over here, start out on their what? About the 1-yard line.
Moved it back to the 2, and it looks like we were getting some extra coaching by the Rockets sideline folks. Ball at the 10. We got 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go. Adkins is your center. Brown and Martin. Rockets bring it back up the gut, and that is our buddy Matt Hatton as he gets it up over the 5 to about the 7. Gain of about 5 on the play, bud.
Again, the big guy, number 24, Matt Hatton, done the job all year for us, Bob, and doing it again here tonight.
2nd and 4 for the Rockets, 1:44 to go. Rockets lead at 21-0. Phillips under center. Gets a snap, comes right back to Hatton. Hatton breaks one tackle and is very close to about the 9-yard line. Going to bring up third and about a yard.
I tell you what, I love to watch this kid run. Matt Hatton, I don't know what his future is as far as college is concerned, but there has to be some schools looking at this kid. Perfect, picture-perfect runner, both hands on the ball, doesn't try to do a lot of fancy things, but just tries to come right at you, spin and twist, and gain whatever yardage that he can. Great job there again by the senior fullback.
3rd and 1, the ball at the 11. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. Rockets under center. Comes right back to Hatton. Hatton, second effort, probably got it for him. Harry Turner with a block downfield. We're going to set that. Turner and Alexander are your tackles. Chad Kuhn is the tight end. Chad Bowman is your split end. And the Rockets take a timeout. So with the timeout on the field, we're going to send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout. Welcome back to MacArthur, Ohio. With 1 minute and 1 second to go here in the first half, the Rockets lead at 21-0 as they just picked up a first down by Matt Hatton. Gets the ball out to the Rocket 15. 1st and 10 for the Rockets, 1:01 to go. Comes right back to the middle, and that's Hatton. And I'll tell you what, Hatton's showing a lot of strength, but I think you got to give a lot of credit to that interior of that Rocket offensive line. Adkins, not the biggest guy, but really strong. Then you got Martin and Craig Brown along with Alexander and Harry Turner. These guys doing a great job, the inside 5 people, and I think, quite honestly, taking a little bit of advantage of a size thing. 33 seconds to go. Phillips under center, comes right back to number 4, I believe. That was Hutchison. No, that's 24. Matt Hatton, and the Rockets wanting a face mask, but just a big, strong tackle there by the Vikings defensive end. Nichols. Corey Nichols on that play. The Rockets may stay in the huddle and walk off with a 21-0 lead. And that's exactly right. So, with time running out here, time has run out in the first half. Wellston leads it 21-0.
For the Vikings, number 16, Ryan Cottle. I don't see him out deep right now. Okay, I stand a correction. Ryan Cottle is in the middle. Squib kick by Fortner. Taking it, squib kick. Squib handle on about the 25. Cottle around the left side. Has some running room. Big yardage for Cottle. Brings it all the way out to the Viking 45. Where the Vikings start out the second half with excellent field position. I tell you what, again, we've talked about Ryan Cottle all night. Anytime he touches the ball, he can do a lot of things with it.
Well, anytime you see a squib kick get behind everybody, you think, what a great thing to happen. But what it did, it gave Cottle a chance to pick the ball up and wait till his blockers set up that wall on their left side, and he gets a great return out to the Rocket 45.
Hayden under center, takes a snap. Second guy through is Braden. Over the left side, not going much anywhere. Gain maybe of 1. They're going to give him a gain of 1 on the play. Give him a gain of 2. More yards than I thought he got. 2nd down and 8 for the Vikings. Ball on their own 47-yard line.
Well, they call him Ziegler. They can call him Nigler, but he's Joe Ziegler, and he's doing a great job in there for the Rockets.
They went at him that time and didn't get much there. 11:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rockets on top, 21-0. Hayden under center, full house backfield. Going to Braden over the left side, right side. That's Ousley coming through. Correction. Ousley the ball carrier. Gain of about 3 on the play. Call it 3rd down now and about 3.
Nice run by Ousley as he does a good job of knifing through there and gets a nice run. On the tackle for the Rockets was Dusty Rhodes along with the left tackle, I think that's Stewart.
Ran right over Ousley's side for the Rockets. Hayden under center again for the Vikings. Long count, takes a snap. Second guy through is Braden, has some yardage. Picks up about 9 on the play. Going to give him a first down and takes it down to the Rocket 40-yard line. So the Vikings, Bob, bringing 2 backs ahead of Braden and picking up some nice yardage there for the Vikings.
Well, at 10:41, the Rockets still lead at 21-0. Vikings 1st and 10 at our 40, and they're doing a nice job kicking out on the split inside of where Cottle's at.
Hayden again, under center. Takes a snap. Going to give it to Braden again. He's going to pick up about 6. Stays on his feet. Going to be close to another Viking first down. Down around the Rockets 30-yard line. Braden, the ball carrier again, Bob. The first couple series here, a couple plays, he's carried the ball for him.
Well, the captain out there, Dusty Rhodes, making some defensive adjustments and encouraging his guys, but they're putting a split in out, which takes the cornerback away, and they're just doing a little better job right now on our defensive ends.
Hayden under center. Second back through again is Ousley, and boy, he's decapitated after he picks up the first down. Dusty Rhodes on the stop there for the Rockets. And Troy Stewart on the stop. 9:50 to go in the third quarter. Vikings on the move down around the Rocket 30-yard line. 9:40 to go in the third quarter. Rockets leading 21-0. Hayden under center with Braden and Ousley. Going to go to Braden, going to gain maybe 2 on the play, but not after great penetration that time by, again, 78, Joe Ziegler.
Joe just pretty much had him his way on that right side. And Braden once again showing us what a good back he is as he spins off and cuts it inside and picks 2 up, or he would have been in big trouble. Ball now to 27.
9:15 to go in the third quarter. We see the Vikings walking up to the line very slowly. A lot of guys playing on their team both ways. You have Braden at the split back. Hayden under center. Braden goes in motion. Going to go to Braden. Going to gain maybe 2 on the play. Give him a gain of about 1. Third down and 7 for the Vikings on the Rockets 25-yard line. We have a flag on the play. Personal foul on the Vikings, and I tell you, that's the first time we've seen that, Bob. Tonight, we've seen a little bit of contact after the whistle tonight, and unfortunately, the Vikings got tagged for one there.
That just kills you. That just kills a great drive. Dead ball foul, and they're going to call it. Let's see what they're going to do. They look like they're talking to Coach Blackstone. I don't know if they're going to call it offsetting or not. No, they're going to bring this one back 15. So instead of 3rd and 8, now you're looking at 3rd and 23, a definite passing situation.
Well, look for that. Look for it to go to Cottle as Cottle comes to our near side. They have twins right. Covering him is number 26, Brennan, and 30 Frisbee. Ousley's coming to the right side. Pitches to Ousley. J.D. Ousley tries to get outside of Troy Stewart. Tries to beat one guy. Stays on his feet. Breaks a couple tackles. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Lambert, the substitution coming in for the Rockets. 8:30 to go in the third quarter. Rockets still on top, 21-0. Vikings faced with 4th down here and 9. Ball on the Rocket 25-yard line. You have twins to the left, trips to the left, Cottle and number 19, Braden in motion. Pitch goes to Braden. He has some running room. Coming up to make the stop, going to be close. Close to a Viking first down. See where they mark it at.
No, he's short.
Bobby Walton says he's short. Rockets going to take over. Shut the door once again on the Vikings, Bob. Vikings get down in the red zone. Not able to do anything with it against the Rocket defense.
Once again, Bob, we talked about the team that didn't make the mistakes. You got a 3rd and 8, a wonderful drive going, a personal foul throws you back 15. Ousley picks it up, and it takes, those things just take momentum away from you. But Nayland Arthur committed himself and sacrificed his body to stop that play.
Rockets take over on offense. Handoff comes to Hutchison around the left side. Hit the right of scrimmage. Going to gain maybe 1 on the play. Not a whole lot doing there. 8:16 to go in the third quarter. Rockets still leading 21-0 and able to shut the door on the Vikings once again. In comes Kendrick. Out comes Lambert. 2nd down and 8. Ball on the Rocket 22 where the Rockets take over on downs. Hutchison and Hatton in the backfield. Kendrick at the wing back. Going to comes Kendrick around the right side. He dances to the line of scrimmage. We've got a flag on the play. Kendrick breaks it, but Bobby Walton calls it about right. I believe that's in the area, Bobby, of holding.
If it can only that or a mask, and once again, you're going to get that every so often. It's going to be holding against the Rockets, but nevertheless, a great run by Kendricks, and it's going to bring it back, and it's going to be now 2nd and 18 for the Rockets.
Well, the Rockets shot themselves in the foot there. Kendrick was able to get the Rockets out of some territory there, but holding penalty brings it back, drives the Rockets clear back down inside their own, about the 10-yard line. About call at the 11. 7:47 to go in the third quarter. If you've just listened to us, if you've just joined us, Rockets struck early. First series tonight. Went about 60 yards for a touchdown. Came right back on 2 different series and scored twice to go on top of the Vikings 21-0. Phillips under center. Goes to Hatton over the left side. Puts a nice move on. One man to beat. He could go. He breaks it back over the midfield. 50 down to the 45. What a run that time by number 24, Matt Hatton.
He's going to come bring it back, though. They're going to bring it back. It's going to be a clip against the Rockets as they hold that crew there, but I think he will still pick up the first down.
What a run. We told you early on in the contest, Matt Hatton not notorious for his fancy running, but my goodness, he's got more moves than X-Lax. He put more moves out there. What a run by Matt Hatton.
Well, that one's going to be against one of the Rockets blockers, and I think what happened is the way Hatton was putting the moves on the defense, he also put them on the offense, and it looks like the guy turned and got him in the back, but it's still going to be a first down for the Rockets. Brings it up over the 30 to about the 30, call it the, I'm trying to get to, it's about the 36-yard lines. 1st and 10 for the Rockets, 7:28 to go. They lead it 21-0.
Matt Phillips brings the play in for the Rockets. Rockets on the march all the way out to their own 37. Started on their 11. Puts Kendrick in motion. Goes to Hatton over the left side again. Same play. Going to gain about 5 on the carry. Make it 2nd down and 5. Ball on the Rocket 41-yard line. 7:05 to go in the third quarter. Rockets moving the ball very well again, Bob, here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Bub, right now. Oosley and Braden's making the tackles along with Hayden, and that's asking an awful lot how those guys can try to play both ways.
Phillips puts Kendrick in motion, goes to Hatton up the middle, and he's crushed. Crushed by Todd Braden. No gain there. Well, give him a gain of 1. Matt Hatton says, what? I didn't feel that.
Well, one thing about that, when they commit to Hatton right now, look for either Hutchison on the counter or look for Kendrick to break one, because once those inside people come in, we're going to break one big.
Phillips breaks the huddle under center. Tries to draw the Vikings offside, but does not. So Rockets take a timeout. We're going to do the same thing and send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout.
For the Rockets, look for them to come right back with Chad Bowman.
Phillips hands off to Hutch. Hutch tries to turn the corner. Does so. Going to get close to the first down. See where the official marks it at. Going to be 4th down and about a yard with 6:10 to go. Coach Blackstone not taking any chances and going to punt this one away. Good decision. Hopefully pin the Vikings deep in their own territory, Bob.
Nice run by Hutchison as he gets a good block from Lee Lambert. Back to do the booting for the Rockets is Derek Wallace. Get it off, Derek, and we got a penalty.
Wallace back doing the punting. Good snap. Heavy rush.
Hold down.
Oop, took a Viking bounce there. Not a bad punt. Going to give him about 35 yards on that punt where the Vikings are going to take over on about the Rocket 20s, or on the Viking 26-yard line with 5:42 to go here in the third quarter. Bob, Rockets leading 21-0.
About a 36-yard punt with no return. You'll take those all night here. And the Vikings get a chance to get it for the second time. Defense stepped up again, and Coach Blackstone now talking. And he's concerned right now about special teams play.
Guy never quits coaching. You got to take your hat off to him. Vikings take over on the 40 or 27-yard line. Hayden under center for the Vikings. Braden at fullback. Puts Clare in motion. Hands off to Braden up the middle. Stopped after about a 3-yard gain. A nice hit there again by number 30, Nick Frisbee, but the initial contact made by 78, Joe Ziegler. And number 86, Ben Heiser.
Well, Joe has finally learned to do one thing. When he picks them up and throws them, he's throwing them back the other way. Last time we were sort of concerned he was throwing them forward. At least he's throwing them backwards tonight.
2nd down and 6 for the Vikings. Ball on the Viking 31. 5:12 to go in the third quarter. Rockets on top, 21-0. Hayden under center for the Vikings. Puts Braden in motion, have movement, and we have a flag. Ziegler had great penetration that time, almost took the handoff. That's going to be illegal procedure on the Vikings, going to push him back 5, make it 2nd down and 11. 5:04 to go in the third quarter. Bob Walton and I'm Bub Norris bringing you the action tonight from Vinton County High School at Marvin Kinnicky Field, where the Rockets, Bob, coming away big here tonight.
Don't know if that might be a little mental fatigue right now. Is that young man one of the guys that go both ways? And I tell you, you get a little tired out there, and sometimes you get a little, I won't say lackadaisical, but you sort of try to anticipate and you beat it sometimes.
Haven't seen the Vikings go to Cottle, but only twice so far tonight. Maybe look at it here. Look for the slant, Cottle across the middle, see if they do it. Hayden under center, puts Ousley in motion, comes to Ousley, going to throw it. He's going all the way, nobody's going to catch him now. Touchdown Vikings. Called that one just right, Bobby. We'd only seen the Vikings go to Cottle twice this year. They had the halfback pitch back to Ousley. Ousley threw the ball to Cottle, which got behind Brennan for a touchdown for the Vikings.
Well, that's once we've seen them. They've set us up with that deep pitch and had them running all the time. Looks like our backfield people sort of bit, and when they did, nice throw there by Clary.
That was Ousley on the throw, but nevertheless, it was a touchdown for the Vikings with 4:35 to go in the third quarter. Make it 21-6 now. Rockets still on top. Extra point, fake field goal. 2-point conversion for the Vikings, and they get 2 on the board. Make it 21-8 now. We're going to send it back to the station for a quick 30-second timeout. They don't want to give Rockets good field position, that's for sure. Cottle approaches the ball. Squib kick. Hank Hager's going to take it on about the 35. Cuts it up the middle, brings it all the way out to the Rocket 43-yard line where the Rockets are going to take over here, Bob. Good field position here starting out in the third quarter.
What a marvelous respect for Kendrick and for Brennan and the other deep folks. They're going to give you the ball at your own 45-yard line, but they're not going to give you a chance to run one back.
Definitely the respect for a return, guys. Not 4:31 to go in the third quarter. Rockets on top, 21-8 now. Phillips under center, puts Kendrick in motion. Hands off to Kendrick, coming around the left side. Tries to turn the corner and does. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackle. Going to be close to a Rocket first down. Gain of about 9 on the play after Kendrick danced a little bit and gained some nice yardage there. After he gets up limping just a little bit, but I think he's going to be all right.
He's a senior. You just tape it and send him back in.
Going to be close to a first down. The officials are going to stop the clock and call for a measurement. We're going to hold it right here and see what it is. I believe we're still going to be just a little bit short. Short by what they call a frog's hair. 2nd down and about 1 inch on the Rocket. No, I'm sorry, Viking 46-yard line. 4:22 to go in the third quarter. Rockets still on top of the Vikings, 21-8. Vikings had to go to the air to do it, Bob, to put points on the scoreboard. And a nice play at that as they pitch back to Ousley, and Ousley threw the halfback pass to Cottle for a 64-yard TD.
I would almost bet you they'll never get another one off the defensive backfield. Coach Blackstone really took them aside, encouraged them, and empowered them in the most graphic terms.
Phillips under center again for the Rockets. Takes the snap, hands off to Hatton up the middle, breaks one. Oh, one shoestring tackle, or Hatton would have taken that one to the house. First down again for the Rockets, all the way down to the Viking, call it about the 41-yard line.
Great blocking off the offside of the ball. Craig Brown, Reggie Alexander doing a great job. Then you got Rob Martin and Harry Turner. That was in that location of Turnerville.
Ball on the Viking 37, correction. Hatton and Hutchison in the backfield, puts Kendrick in motion, goes to Hatton up the middle. Hatton again, fumble! Vikings recover. Again, you don't want to give the Vikings life here, and the Rockets are doing just that. Hatton, the ball carrier, had nice yardage on the carry, but squirted out. First turnover tonight for the Rockets, 3:55 to go in the third quarter. Vikings going to take it over here on their own 32-yard line. This could be interesting, folks. Don't go away. Hayden approaches the line. Braden at wingback now. Clary at tailback. Hayden under center. Puts Braden in motion. Hands off to Braden over the left side. He's going to be hit for a loss. Jeremy Hill, Derek Wallace, Ben Heiser on the stop for the Rockets.
Rockets seniors stepping up, and that's what they have to do here with 3:40 to go, leading by 21-8. They got a 13-point lead. They just got to suck it up right now and play big defense.
Coach Linder up here in the box with us tonight says watch the pass, look just for that. You have Cottle wide left. Hayden under center. Cottle has to be your go-to guy. Puts Braden in motion to the left. Throws pass deep down the sideline. Nayland Arthur. What a defensive play that time by number 5. Nayland Arthur read it perfectly, Bob.
And did what you have to do. Makes the hit and hits the ball. Looks like 3rd and 11. The Vikes are going to have to reach into their bag of tricks if they're going to keep this drive alive.
Again, we knew the Vikings were going to come out and go to Cottle tonight. Cottle and Braden and Oosley are the go-to guys for the Vikings.
How ironic that they've been trying to pick on Nayland all night. Nayland's done a good job, and they're staying right after it.
Cottle again far to the left, split left, puts Braden in motion once again. Same play. See if we get the same response. A same response. Nayland Arthur, great defensive play once again, Bob. Knocks the ball out of Cottle's hands.
Nayland Arthur's quite a leaper in himself. Great track guy, great man. And once again, Coach Queen going back to his strength. But the little junior is like that little engine that says, I think I can. He knows he can now.
Oosley back to punt for the Vikings. Nobody back for the Rockets. Rockets coming for it. Oosley almost blocked the punt for the Rockets. Takes a Viking bounce. Goes all the way down to the Rocket 30-yard line. Going to lay dead there. With 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, let's keep it right here, Bob. Talk a little bit about the defensive stand there again for the Rockets.
Once again, when they had to make the big play, Heiser and Ziegler, along with Jeremy Hill, come up with a 3-yard loss on Todd Braden, and then they go one-on-one against the nail man, Nayland Arthur. Nayland responds well on the 2nd and 3rd downs, forcing the punt.
Rockets are the heart attack kids. They've been comeback kids all year. Handoff goes to Kendrick. Oh, my goodness. He's dropped like a bad habit by 32 Braden, and Braden sniffed that one out from the get-go.
Once again, he does a good job. Give the outside folks for the Vikings the cornerback as they force Kendrick inside, and Braden, playing at the level he does, just comes in and cleans up in a big way.
21-8, Rockets on top with 2:35 to go in the third quarter. The Rockets break huddle. We have an official timeout on the field. Todd and Braden hit Kendricks hard the last play, knocked some things loose on his helmet. Does he have to go out for a play, Bob?
No, he's got 30 seconds to fix it, or he has.
21-8. Kendrick in motion. Hatton over the left side. Going to gain about 3 on the carry, looks like. Bring it out to the... It's hard to see the markers here on the field, folks, so you have to bear with us. Brings it out to about the 33-yard line, 34-yard line with 2:15 to go in the third quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Rockets. Leading 21-8. Phillips under center. Cummings Hutchins to left side. Has one guy to get outside. Does that. Gets a first down. Goes out. Oh, my goodness. We're not going to get on the officials tonight, but my, what a late hit. Clear, 10 yards out of bounds. No flag. We're going to keep her going, though. 1:56 to go in the third quarter. Brings the ball out to the Rocket 44-yard line.
Well, wisely, the officials are letting them play both ways, and the Rocket fans not happy with that one, but probably the right call because he had him winning on the way out. 1st and 10 for the Rockets at the 44.
Hutchinson over the left side. Gain of about 5. He's trying to hang on to it and does. Going to give him about 6 on the carry. 2nd down and 4. Ball on the 49-yard line of the Rockets.
And the Vikings trying to tackle the ball right now. Oosley is doing a good job at it, as well as Hayden. And they're trying to tackle that ball as they make defensive changes. They bring Kruger back in that bigger defensive scheme.
1:25 to go in the third quarter. Phillips and company breaks the huddle. Hutchison and Hatton in the backfield. Goes to Hatton up the middle. Going to be enough for a first down. Going to be close to it. Rockets just eating the clock right now with 1:15 to go. Call it third down and about 1. Ball on the Viking 46-yard line. 3rd and 1. 1:04 to go in the third quarter.
Haven't seen Phillips carry it all night. Wonder when that's going to happen.
Look for the option. Nope. Hands off to Hatton over the right side. First down, Rockets. Going to take the ball over the 40, get down to about the 43-yard line. First down, Rockets. Again, Rockets cut down Bob, obviously, tonight on the penalties.
They've done a good job. Vikings close there again for another personal foul. Once you hear the whistle, you've got to let go, and they're not doing that in official, chastising just about the whole defensive front for the Vikes.
48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Phillips takes a snap, hands off the Hutch around the left side. Turns it up, gains a couple yards. My goodness. Going to give him a gain of about 3 on the play. Call it second down and 7. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rockets just consistently grinding out the clock here tonight in the third quarter. On top of the Vikings, 21-8. I would let the clock run. Let's see what happens here. Down to 15. Phillips takes a snap. Same play. Hutch around the left. Turns it up. Gains about 2 more yards. Took a nice shot on the play. Gets up a little slow. I'll tell you what, the sophomore tailback for the Vikings or Rockets tonight. I'll get these two teams straight, Bob, before the night's over. Doing a nice job here for the Rockets. Into the third quarter, Rockets 21. Vikings 8. We're going to send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout.
The ball at the 40. Phillips under center. Comes right back to Hatton. Hatton draws the crowd. Second effort is going to get him close. He's going to be about a yard short. Call it 4th and about a yard. Once again, the Rockets didn't get a real good spot there. Going to call 4th and 2 now. And the Rockets get the play in. Coach Blackstone is going to go for it. Bub at the 37. What do you think?
Not a bad call. Not a bad call the way the Rockets have been moving the ball tonight. They're in 4-down territory.
Atkins gets him to the line of scrimmage. Phillips under center. He's going to keep it on his own. Second effort did not get it. Did not get it. We wondered when Phillips was going to carry it.
Gotcha.
What did he say?
That's right on.
Oh, okay. It's going to be very close, folks. I'm sorry, we're having some mic trouble up here. And they're going to bring the chains in. I think we did not get it. I think we had to get it on the other side of the ball. And the officials are going to do a measurement. I think it's going to be about the length of the football short. They bring Cottle to the right. And McFerrin out there with them. Hayden under center. They put Ousley in motion, gives to the first guy through, and that's number 3, Clary. He stays on his feet. He's going to pick the first down up and gets it all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 for Vinton. 11:14 to go. The ball at the 47. Vikings. Twin receivers to the right. And pitch it to Ousley. Ousley's going to bring it up. Stays on his feet, breaks the tackle all the way up to the 50, the 45, and fumbled the ball and maybe have picked it up. We have a Rocket down. That's Zeke Stewart. Tanner will get a chance to play, but I'm sure he didn't want to play. First down for the Vikings as Zeke Stewart down on the field with 10:53. Bring out number 19, not unless they're going to do a little bit of something there. Hayden under center. Puts Braden in motion. Gives it back to Clary. Clary gets a good block. Picks up the first down. Stays on his feet. And they're letting the clock run now. As it stops now at 10:25. First down, ball inside the Rocket 30. It's about the 27. Vikings with another good drive, Bub.
Well, again, they're a team used to coming from behind. The defense needs to come alive right here.
Monday.
21-13. Just under 10 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Hayden comes down, and there went the play. Once again, that's going to come back. And, Bob, I don't understand the configuration as they have looks like two ends there, but the one end is ineligible. He's being covered up because there's three guys in the backfield with Hayden.
Well, to me, that's wasting a player when you can have him closer in to the line of scrimmage to block for you, but who am I? I'm up here in the press box.
Well, we've seen them do this over and over and then set up Cottle with that deep route as they throw off that Clary, but the Rockets staying at home wisely now. Going to walk it off 5. It's going to be 1st and 15.
Look for the pass.
Ball out to the 25.
They got to get it in the air.
Hayden. Full house backfield.
Get penetration, Joe. Get penetration, Joe. Get
Hayden.
penetration, Joe.
Hayden looking to pass. Going across the middle. Rockets are going to intercept it. Derek Wallace has it inside the 15. He's up to the 20, 25, and goes down.
Oh, come on.
And I'll tell you, you don't want to talk about sportsmanship now, but this has been everything we thought it would be. Once again, a great effort, and that looked like that was in Zeke Stewart territory, forcing Hayden to throw it across the middle, and our buddy Derek Wallace gets there before Cottle can come across.
Not a bad play call by the Vikings. I was looking for the pass right there. Not that I'm anything, but good passing situation.
Rockets get it back, 9:53 to go. Phillips under center, comes right back and gives it up the middle, and that's Haddon. And the Vikings, quite honestly, are trying to tackle that ball, and we need a quick clock right now.
Rightfully so, and they're doing the right thing by going for the ball. Rockets need to do a good job of hanging on to it here.
Derek Wallace comes up with probably his biggest interception of his career to thwart a big Vinton County drive. Rockets, second down. We're going to throw it out. And that could be, yes, sir. What a stupid play.
Oh, Philly flag him again.
Oh, what a silly play there. Couldn't even get to it, but he grabs him anyway.
Well, again, very easily could have been tagged right there. Cottle could with 2 flags. Pass interference number 1, and then throwing his hands at the official number 2.
Well, I think that's some frustration on a very good player, Ryan Cottle, and he doesn't need to do that. But I don't think Kendrick can make the catch anyway. But when you still can't grab him and then impede him.
That's right, Bob, and I thought it was a pretty good call, really.
That's going to be pass interference. The Rockets bring it now all the way out to about the 36-yard line. A little better field position.
Talk about the condition of the Vikings. They're hanging right in here with us so far.
9:25 to go. 1st and 10 at the 35. Phillips under center. Long count. Comes right back to Hatton. And Hatton drawing a crowd wherever he goes, but that keeps that clock moving, Bob, as we're going to get inside the 9-minute mark with a 13-point lead.
Well, that's the main thing we want to do right now is keep the clock running. Also, we need to pick up some yardage here.
Yeah, and you know, the Vikes right now don't need to be holding the runner down because that just delays the start of that snap. Rockets
Coming out of the huddle, guys.
out of the huddle. 8:59 to go. We lead at 21-18. Comes right back to Kendrick. Kendrick comes right in, breaks the tackle, gets up over the 40 to about the 41-yard line. He's going to be just about 4 yards short. Call it 3rd and 4.
Again, some extracurriculars going on out there right now, but hopefully the Rockets can just hang on to the ball here.
Well, once again, though, that instead of that play now being whistled, it's not going to be done now to 8 minutes and 30 seconds, which really gave us the 30-second play. Phillips brings him out. Adkins, Martin, Brown, comes right back to Hutch. Hutch stays on his feet, gets up and gets up over the 45 and very close to a head tackle, but it's going to be a first down for the Rockets regardless. 1st and 10 for the Rockets.
Go for it. Got to go for
4th down.
it. Go for it, Coach.
He wants to measure. We're going to measure it.
Give us one of these, pal.
8 minutes to go now. As they're going to come out and measure it. If I sound a little disjointed, there's a lot of activity going on. Bub's a little upset, but so what? Look for the Rockets go to that baby elephant backfield with Hank the Horrible Hager coming up there to lead the play. Or I think second effort got it for him, quite honestly.
Sure, they got it.
No, he picked it up. He picked it up. First down for the Rockets, and a big first down at the 8-minute mark. 1st and 10 at the Rocket 45.
Very important right here, time management of the clock. Rockets need to roll out the clock, eat as much clock as they can, and still get a couple first downs here.
Okay. They're not running the clock. There they go. I'll be doing that. We've done a real good job about not baiting anybody. Not going to get into that. 7:53 to go. Phillips under center. Comes right back to Hatton. Hatton does a great job. 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort. Gets him out almost to the 50. Chad Kuhn with a great block. And I tell you, the officials are going to have to maybe start enforcing a little bit of this.
They're going to have to tighten it down a little bit, Bob. The Vikings getting a little bit carried away with some extracurricular pushing out there. Big thing, though, big key, Rockets keeping their head here.
2nd and 6, and the Vikings trying to tackle the ball. Phillips, right back, and that's Hatton. Hatton gets up, and the official is going to have to get involved here a little bit as Rockets now looking at a 3rd and 5, 7 minutes, 6 seconds to go. 2nd or 3rd and 5.
Fans need to be aware if a player gets tossed tonight, he has to set one game next year.
Unless he's a senior, and then here comes Hutch. Hutch gets 2nd, 3rd effort is going to be short by about 1.5 yards. Wallace is going to come on and do it again.
Kick it out of bounds.
And I tell you, I don't want to see this game degenerate into something that's ugly. 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and I think if you're the Rockets, why don't you take the lay of the game and get all you can? Wallace back to do the booting for the Rockets. Phillips is the snapper. Nice snap. Here come the Vikes. Nice punt. And Ousley lets it go down inside the 5, and it's all the way down. A great punt by Wallace. Ousley tried to decoy the Rockets, but they jumped on that baby right off.
Look for the Vikings to air it out right now. There's only 6:10 left to go in the ball game. Rockets on top 21-8. Look for the Vikings to go to their big guy, number 10, Ryan Cottle.
Looks like I had it wrong by about 5 yards. Looks like the ball's going to be 1st and 10 at their 10. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go. We got 10s wild here in the 4th quarter. Wellston on the right side of a 21-8 score. They bring Cottle wide to the right. They set McFerrin to the left. A new alignment. Hayden. Ousley comes in motion. Hayden wants to throw. Going deep. And Cottle makes a great catch. And he's going to beat Brennan. And it's going to go 90 yards, folks. 90 yards as Brennan tried to make the interception. And they took advantage of it.
Well, I knew that was coming. You got it with 6 minutes to go in the ball game. You got to air it out, and that's just what they done.
So 2 big passes. They get 90 and 80 on us. And I tell you, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Rockets have to do a little better job guarding these guys, too. As they need to bring Dusty Rhodes over, and we need to put some guys in the spot here. Vikings are going to go for 2, and they're silly for not.
Didn't make it that.
Ousley did not get in, folks. It's now 21-14. 7-point ball game, 5:58 to go. We're going to send it back to the station for a 30-second timeout. May very well.
Here it comes.
Well, that game.
He
So
just went back on. See, here he comes.
Cottle.
6, 8, 10, 11. Here it comes.
It's going to be onside, folks. Get ready for it.
Ball timeout, Coach.
Now,
Ball timeout.
Rockets are ready for it. Now we're waiting for the official, and we're whistling this off. They're going to put everybody on the right side, and he was offside.
Didn't go 10 yards. Didn't go 10 yards. Get away from it. Get away from it.
They blew it dead, and it's going to be Rockets ball inside the Viking 45. So it's sort of misfired right now. I think at 5:57, momentum in your favor, kick it back and get a chance.
It still is not over. That was a good call by Coach Queen on the far side of the field. Ball has to go 10 yards on an onside kick, and it did not do that.
Rockets have a choice of taking it.
Right, the Rockets have a choice of taking it, but there's too many Rockets around that ball to start with. So they should have just gotten away from it, and nevertheless, they take over here.
Rocket ball at the 45. 5:57 to go. Clock is going to become a bigger and bigger factor. Rockets need to take one in and get this one in or get it down to where John Wayne Fortner can kick that field goal. The Rockets break the huddle. Adkins, Martin, Brown, Alexander, and Turner. Comes right back to Hatton. Hatton breaks one tackle, two tackles, and picks up close to 4 yards on the play. Well, let me call it 3 yards. Inside the 45, down to about the 42.
Isn't there some way, Bob, we can make that clock run just a little bit faster?
I know it's gotten a lot slower. 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go. Rockets looking at a 2nd and 8 from their own 43. Bowman splits to the right. Kendricks is the wing back to the left. Phillips comes back to Kendricks, and Kendricks goes down in a hurry. And that one did not go as the Vikings gambling with their linebacker shot him through there, and he makes a great play.
Well, they seen it coming, and the Vikings done an excellent job scouting that one out. You got to give them credit. They made a nice defensive play there.
3rd and 13. 5 minutes, 6 seconds to go. I don't think the Rockets will throw it, as they're looking at 3rd and 13 from the Viking 48. Atkins is the center. And that's going to be walked back from us. Once again, the tackle anticipating the snap. It's going to be 3rd and 18 now. And when it goes bad, it goes really bad. Rocket defense, unless they get a super play, is going to have to step up and make some big defensive plays.
Well, again, I don't think we should pass here and keep the ball on the ground, really, because you don't want to chance an interception by any chance, but get what you can and let's punt it deep.
4 minutes, 48 seconds to go. We're going to whistle it and start the clock running now.
Plenty of time.
Rockets will go into the huddle and try to take full advantage of the clock that they have. And we have a stop the clock. Clock!
And start the clock.
Well, folks, Phillips tackled in the backfield. Vikings getting a very favorable spot on the clock as they didn't start it. And I'm sorry, folks, we're beginning to get a little discombobulated. 4th and 21. Rockets did not have a good position there. Derek Wallace on the boot. Vikings sending everybody. Wallace gets a great kickoff, and it's going to take a Rocket bounce. Don't let it get outside, guys. All the way inside to about the 30-yard line. 4 minutes to go. Vikings get it back with the Rockets with a 7-point lead. The ball right at the 30. We're going to keep it here. Defense has to come out, Bub, and play like they've never played.
The Vikings are the cardiac kids. Rockets defense needs to make a stand.
And these Wellston fans now getting in the ballgame. There's everybody up now. Vikings come right back out. 4 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Ball at the 30. Halem under center. Look for him to run to their right. Put Braden in motion. They're going to pitch it to Braden. Braden gets a great block. Stays out of bounds after a gain of about 5. And Bub, they do a great job sealing that corner off as they bring both guys in. We're going to have to get a little bit more pressure from that rover back as he gets out of bounds with 3:56 to go and a gain of 3.
I find it hard to believe only 4 seconds went off the clock.
Well, he's out of bounds, though, but you know. Halem with the play. 2nd and 8.
Caught a wide right by himself.
Cottle by himself on Brennan. Halem under center. They're going to throw this one.
He moved.
And a nice catch by Cottle as he makes the catch at the 48. Look for a little movement. Didn't get it. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Vikes. 3 minutes, 53 seconds to go. as they set the change now, and we're ready to go. The official winds the clock. 3:52. Hayden in with the play. Great pass by Hayden. Rockets defense have to step up. Got to get a little bit of rush as they bring Cottle to our left. They're going to bring Braden. They're going to bring it back. Hayden wants to throw short. He has a man short. That's number 11. A gain of about 6 on the play. 3 minutes, 27 seconds to go. Clock once again becoming a factor. Vikings take a timeout. So we have a timeout on the field, but 3:24 to go. Wellston leading at 21-14. We're going to take it back to the station for a word from one of our sponsors. Keep it for 30 seconds. There's no tomorrow right now as they bring Cottle to Nayland Arthur's side of the field. Vikings, long count, come right back to Braden. Braden breaks 1 tackle, stays on his feet. 2 tackles inside the 40, down to about the 30-yard line, and Braden does a super job, Bub.
Again, big athlete, big runner. Took a couple Rockets to bring him down. The Vikings have their breath back here. This is going to be interesting.
3 minutes, 19 seconds to go. He runs at 15 yards in 5 seconds. Clock now becoming a factor. Look for them to run to the wide side of the field. Ben Heiser has to make this play. 1st and 10 at the 32. They bring Braden in motion. Comes back to Clary. Clary stays on his feet and goes down. And Nick Frisbee coming out of nowhere. We're inside 2 minutes, 59 seconds to go. Gain of 5 on the play. Hayden's got to get it into the end zone. They bring Cottle to the left, and I like that matchup with Nayland Arthur. Nayland, a little bigger guy. Big wide splits for the Vikes.
He moved.
Hayden gets it up the middle, and that's Braden, and he's going down all the way back to about the 34-yard line. Vikings take their second timeout with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Braden got a pretty good break on that one. They had him back at the 35. They're going to go into the end zone for number 10, Ryan Cottle. Nick Frisbee has to pick up the other back out of the backfield. Braden comes in motion. Hayden's going to throw it short and over the middle.
Flag.
And no catch. Now the flag coming the other way. So that's going to be offensive or defensive pass interference as the Vikings almost lose a lineman. It's going to give them a first down. That's from the line of scrimmage. As the back judge, quite honestly, Bub, there was motion, there was hitting there both ways, but they hadn't called that. Now I hate to see him change it inside the 2-minute mark.
Well, again, you don't look for that official to throw the flag at that point in the field.
Right. Ball at the 15. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. They'll try to see if they can get Braden and run this one in. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to go. Hayden under center. Wide splits on the right. Look for Dusty Rhodes to come in. And that's going to be a walk-off against the Rockets. And when things go bad, they go really bad. That's going to be encroachment against the Rockets. And the Vikings are going to have it 1st and 5 at the 10-yard line. And this is one thing, Bub. It stops the clock again.
Well, again, you're taking the Vikings, letting them take it right down inside your 10-yard line and putting them in scoring position with 2:27 to go.
Well, we're going to see and wait and see. It's going to be a 5-yard walk-off. And anything else for us will be half the distance. That's Big Joe Ziegler, and I tell you what, he can do whatever he wants to do. Rockets got to come. 1st and 5 at the 10. They're going to give it to Braden. Braden stays on his feet and draws everybody, and he gets very little on the play. Call it no gain. Well, call it a gain of about a yard. 2nd and 4. The ball at the 9. Hayden has the play.
Look for the pass to Cottle in the corner of the end zone on either side. See what happens.
Rockets look like they're a little confused out there, and they come back with the matchup. They're going to Cottle into the end zone. They want him on Brennan. Sean Brennan has a big play coming up here. Hayden under center. Long count. Comes right back. Braden's coming. Rockets got him, and he goes down inside the 9-yard line, and the clock continuing to run now. Vikings use their last timeout at the 12-yard line. We're going to keep it here at 1:40. Rockets up by 7.
Let's look at some possible things that could happen right now. 3rd down and 3. Ball on the, it's going to be longer than that. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go.
And I like the way the Rockets have it. Braden. They're just going to throw in. Hayden's going to roll. He's throwing in the end zone. Great play by Nayland Arthur. He out-jumped Cottle.
Unbelievable. Nayland Arthur came in. We've seen that one play being processed clear up here. Nayland Arthur's big-time play, possibly the biggest play of his career right there.
I think you'll see, I'm not taking anything from Brennan, but you'll see they'll try to put Cottle on the other side this time. 4th down, 8 yards to go. And they're moving the fans. We got fans on the field. 4th down and 8. 1 minute, 35 seconds.
Look for the post. Look for Cottle to run the post across the middle this time.
Hayden sets his team. 1:35 to go. 4th down, 8 yards to go. Back to pass. Hayden rolls right, throwing in the end zone. And great play, that time by Nicky Frisbee. The Rockets knock it down. They'll get it with 1:30 to go.
Double coverage that time. You had to go to him. He's been the big play man all year for the Vikings. But guess what? The Rockets came to the challenge, done a great job.
Well, with 1:30 to go and no timeouts, the clock has definitely become the ally of the Rockets. Nayland the Nailman. What a great job by the little junior. And the Vikings coming back after such a tremendous drive to make this one close. You got to remember, folks, 21-0. They stopped the Rockets. Hatton stays on his feet, gets out over the 15.
This thing's still not over. Plenty of time. The Vikings are going to be going for the ball, so they have to hang on to it, the Rockets do.
Rockets pick up 4 on the play. Inside 1:14 now. Everybody's talking, and I don't know what's going on, but we're having a great time. Rockets waiting to the last possible moment as we get inside the minute mark now.
High school football at its best here tonight.
Rockets up the middle, Hatton again. Hatton draws a big crowd. Now, they're going to blow it dead with any kind of luck. Any kind of luck, this sucker's over. 44.
The Rockets, Bob, only have to run one more play and it's over.
But the Vikings slow getting up has been the biggest ally for the Rockets as they're going to whistle this one. Look for Phillips. I think of Phillips, I don't think we snap the ball, take delay a game, and then start it again. Rockets get it up. 24 seconds to go. Phillips under center. He takes the knee. The Vikings jump all over him and should have been a penalty. This one's going to belong to the Rockets. 14-13. The Rockets are going to win this one by the final score of 21-14. And who would have thought it? This ball club has jumped up. They're going to finish 7-3. 2 years in a row we've had the Vikings number.
I'll tell you what, Wojcik alluded to the coach. Thank you, coach. Thank you.
Well, Bub's leading cheers for Coach Blackstone. We're going to talk about it a little bit. First half scoring for the Rockets. Rockets get on the board in the first quarter on a pass from Matt Phillips to Matt Kendricks. Then an 80-yard run by Kendrick makes it 14-0 with 4 minutes to go into the second quarter. Matt Hatton, the little senior workhorse, works it in. Rockets up 21-0. everybody had sort of got comfortable. But Ryan Cottle and Chris Hayden team up twice for touchdowns totaling 170 yards, Bub, as they go 90 yards, 80 yards, and Ryan Cottle, certainly the athlete that we thought he was.
We knew, Bob, this coming into the second half that the ball game was not over. Rockets on top 21-0 and able to withstand a major test here in the second half.
But when it comes down to it, what better scenario can the Vikings have? They have the ball, 1st and 5 inside the Rocket 10-yard line. Rockets defensive end Zeke Stewart flushes Hayden out of the pocket. Braden gets it for no gain. Then they flush Hayden out. It's 3rd down. They go into the end zone 2 times to their best player, and Nayland Arthur the first time, and Nick Frisbee the second time come up and make some great plays. The Rockets are going to win this one, and Bob, what a victory for Coach Blackstone and these juniors coming back. What a year to build on for next year.
Look at this, folks. Let's look at something. 2 years ago, Rockets 0-10. Last year, Rockets go 5-5. Who would have ever thought the Rockets would have came this year and go 7-3, finishing out the year in Vinton County with a score of 21-14.
And I'll tell you, a great win for this Wellston program. As we're getting our sideline guy up here before we sign off, Larry Arthur just literally ran over here as he's up to tell us. What do you think?
Bob, that 4th down play, Ryan Cottle had the ball in his fingertips, and it was just such a close play. But my God, what an athlete! Kid gets open, and it's just, you know, a hair, he pulls that in, and it's a tie ball game.
Looked like Nayland Arthur and Nick Frisbee both did a good job defensively.
It looked like Nick and Nayland kind of flicked the ball out at the last second.
Well, I tell you what, Chris Hayden did a nice job getting them down the field when he did. This is a nice Vinton County ball club, and it's a disappointing way for them to finish, but if you're a Rocket fan, what a victory.
Well, Bob, you take nothing away from these Vinton County kids. They played a tough game, down 3 scores going into halftime, come back, you know, get within 1 score. What can you say?
You can't say anything other than look at the response they've got from our crowd. The Wellston fans out on the field and really giving these kids all the accolades that they really deserve.
Let's talk about, you know, the Wellston offense. Our running backs tonight had a great game, but how about Ryan Cottle and Todd Braden? Braden on defense and offense, and Cottle on defense and offense. Great kids, played great. What a way to finish the season for the Rockets. Not so good for the Vikes.
Well, Coach Blackstone now acknowledging his senior players, and we'll run them by Reggie, Rob Martin, Tanner, Hatton, Ratliff, Craig Brown, Jake Brown, Matt Sowers, Joe Ziegler, Ben Heiser, Albright, Jared Arthur, Wallace, and Chad Kuhn. What a great job for him. The Vikings ending the season with a great season for Matt Queen and his team. We wish him nothing but luck. The Rockets end up 7-3, sole possession of 2nd place, and boy, would we like to have Nelsonville tonight.
No doubt about it, Bobby. Again, Nelsonville's a very good ball club, but I tell you what, Rockets proved the point here tonight, going on the road, coming to Vinton County at Marvin Kennedy Memorial Field, coming away with a major victory. We're able to withstand the offensive power of the Vikings and still able to hold them off to come away with a big victory here tonight.
So the final from Vinton County Stadium here, Rockets 21, Vikes 14. For Bub Norris, Brian Lintola, all of our film crew, we just want to say thank you for a wonderful season. Thank you to our sponsors, and good night and God bless everyone.